Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rosa. Welcome. This is the 7th out of 10 videos in this light olive foundation series where I'm testing out foundations with an olive undertone in the shade description. Please check out this description box where I'm linking down a couple of videos that would help you figure out if you might be an olive undertone. So I wanted to test out these foundations for you and maybe help you find the right foundation. It helps when you have a reference of your foundation colors. To this foundation is on the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. Long title. And without further ado, if you want to know my thoughts on this foundation, then just keep on watching. Okay, so today's foundation is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. The description says, Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Full Coverage Waterproof Foundation is a comfortable 24-hour full coverage foundation liquid that weightlessly glides over skin, formulated with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. It has a matte finish with a soft blurring effect. The waterproof foundation formula is sweat and humidity resistant, controls oil and shine, and won't look cakey or cause acne. In the Ulta website, it has 40 shades, and the one I have for today is 1.05 Skin Tone Fair Undertone Warm Olive. It comes in a packaging like this. No pump, it's gonna be just a squeeze tube. On my right side, I'm going to be using the brush, and on my left side, I'll be using the sponge. Before I get into the application, let me get closer so that you can see my skin. I'm thankful that my skin is doing so much better from last year, but at the same time, it's not the greatest skin for me to show off a full coverage because there's not a lot to cover. I'll have this one and this one here. Okay, here we go. I have seen reviews about this one and it seems like it's a very full coverage, so I'm just gonna see how far I can spread this with just one little bit right here. I'm thinking it's gonna be a little too light for my skin. Seems like it covered that really well, but I am gonna have to put another bit to cover the rest of my areas here. Right now I can say that it is very fair, pretty light compared to my skin, just because, you know, it's still summer. But looking at it from above, I can tell that the undertone is pretty good. This is so far without any coverage, and then this side with coverage. Go on the other side with the sponge now. What I do like about this foundation so far is that it is very lightweight and it doesn't have a scent. I do like the sponge application more than the brush, but looking at it in front of me and in the mirror, I can tell that it is pretty light. But maybe with some bronzer and the rest of my makeup, it will balance it out a little bit, but we will see. It's set really quickly, so I really like that, and it doesn't feel like anything on my skin. I'm super curious to know if mixing this foundation with a little bit of this e.l.f. Mix to Match Adjuster, which kind of has like a mustard color to kind of help warm up the foundation a little bit, and I will be testing that out on this side of my face. This one here is the original color for the foundation, and then this one here was mixing some of the drops. As you can see, this one is slightly darker and warmer. Ooh, okay, so fair warning about this foundation is that it dries very quickly, or I should say it sets very quickly. I did have to wipe down the original application on this side because putting the mixture on top of what was already dried, it did start to cake up. So it can be cakey if you put too much, but on the second try, it looks very nice and a lot closer to my skin tone than this side, which looks a lot more fair. This is the side where I put some of those drops, and then this is the other side compared to my neck and my shoulder. It does look a lot more fair. So here's my neck, my chest, my shoulders. So this side, I feel like it matches a lot better. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back with some more thoughts. Okay, I'm back. Right away I can say that it is pretty matte. It does set really quickly. I keep looking on this side where even with the bronzer and the rest of my makeup, I can still tell that this side is just a little too light for my liking. Versus this side where I added those warm drops and it made the foundation pretty perfect to my skin color. To me, it's worth keeping this foundation and just mixing a tiny little bit of those drops. I didn't have to use much. It also helps that this foundation being full coverage, I don't have to use too much of this foundation either. So it doesn't make me feel like I'm wasting a lot of product. Before I insert the swatches, I'm gonna get closer so that you can see how my face looks with this. So here is my neck and my shoulder, my chest, and here is the side where I added those drops. It looks pretty good. Beautiful coverage. Nothing is cakey. And then here's the other side. And now I'm inserting the swatches. First is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in 1.05. Next is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear in 1.05. Next is the Naturale Stick Foundation in Honey. Next is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation in 30 CG. Next is the Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation in 33 NL. Next is the Uma Say Wet Foundation in Honey Honey T1W. Next is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Foundation in 119 Light Medium. Last is the LC Micro Silk Foundation in Warm Ivory. This one here is my best match. This has been my worst match. So that's all for today. If you like this video and find it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified whenever I post the next video on this series. We are down to 3 more foundations to go, so stick around. Thank you so much for your time and for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!